He's been chairman of the Business Education Department for 36 years, been a yearbook moderator, school photographer for over 40 years, been a computer teacher. He's attended more Rummel events than anyone in school history. I was fortunate enough, his first year, I had him in my junior year here as a general business teacher. I'd like to introduce to you this morning, he's going to give you a very unique perspective of Rummel past into the present. Mr. Bill.
What's that? I have to move it up? You can hear me? I can't hear. Cyril, can you hear me? Yeah. You sure? You sure? Did you know that when we started, we only had freshmen? You did know that? Wow, that's great. So you passed the test at the end. Take notes, okay? Remember? Because, do you have pencils? You sure? Here's one. Back in 1966, when Rummel started, we had no radio room. It was all open out there. No football field. There was they had to move the street to put the football field up. At the end in May of 66 rather, we had 4 years students by that time. Every year we added 1 year. So the first year we had freshmen, then added sophomores, juniors, and seniors. In May of 1966, we had the first graduation ceremony. It was held at the Municipal Auditorium down in New Orleans. Brother John Fairfax was the assistant principal, and he called out the names. Brother Ephraim Bear was the principal. And Archbishop Hannes helped him give out the diplomas. The very first graduate of Rummel High School was very historic. Now, I bet almost nobody here knows who that was. Stand up. Gentlemen, this is Mr. Ron Allen. He got the very first diploma ever issued at Rummel High School. And when you have a second, look at the trophy case opposite Ms. McKinnell's office down there. That diploma, he was generous enough to donate it back to us. We have to twist his arm a little bit, but Ms. Rice did that. You guys don't know her, but she was a trip. Anyway, that diploma is on display in the trophy case down there. So if you get a chance, please take a look at it and see what it looks like. It's not that different from today, but it's got his name on it. He said 3 sons come to Rome. 3 sons graduated from Rome. Is Michael here? Michael Allen? Somewhere? His nephew is here right now. Where's Michael? All right, there's Michael back there. So you can see that continuity here as we go from the past to the present and into the future as we go by. Thank you, Mr. Allen, and I appreciate you coming. I've been teaching at Rome for 47 years. That's a long time. You realize I've slept longer than you guys have lived? Wish I was sleeping right now. As I got in my car this morning, I looked down at the ground, and Coach Holly parks next to me. There was this piece of rope on the ground. And at first I thought it was just a piece of basketball net or something. But then when I realized, as I looked at it a little closer, I realized that that rope, still got my shorts on? That rope was a real representation of Rummel. If you look at it closely, you see that inside here are a bunch of individual fibers, a bunch of strands of string. And I thought, yeah, those are kind of like the guys at Rummel, guys that have been here in the past. they string together. So let's say the guys that like Mr. Alvin and the graduates of old up at the top, you guys somewhere down in here, and then the guys that are coming later in the future down here somewhere. When these people work together, and there's a casing around the outside like this, we could say the casing is maybe the administration, the faculty, the staff, the alumni associates, and so forth. They kind of hold it all together. When they work together, they're very strong. But they can also be flexible. Tucker, come in. Right here? Come here, right? Stand here. Don't look too close, okay? This thing can be very flexible, but it can also be very strong. So every once in a while, over the years, you have a scissors around? You? Every once in a while, something comes along. Now watch, see what it works. And it might divide us a little bit. We think about it a while and say, oh, what are we going to do about this? Let's see if we can put ourselves back together. So what we do is we come up with some kind of temporary fix. And we put it back together and we think everything's fine. Hold this in. You hold this in. That's all you have to do. All right, get a little higher. See it. All right, so now we have the same Rummel family running from way back in the old days to the guys who are going to be coming eventually in the future. Some event, some person, something kind of divided us every once in a while. We put it all back together. Then we start to wonder. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. What would happen is somewhere along the line, we decided to reach down really deep and come up with a little ray of pride, kind of sprinkle it all over. That's not enough. Wait, maintenance, I'm sorry. Sprinkle a little ray of pride on there. And before you know it, all back together. I'm just curious. How many of you guys had fathers that went to Rummel? Stand up. Stand up. Hey, stand. Look around. See the connection? Past, present. How many teachers graduated from Rummel? Stand up, teacher. How many teachers? Come on, guys, stand up. How many teachers were members of the Genesians, the cheerleaders, the chapelettes? Came to post tonight, anything? Stand up. They stand. They stand. We'll get to a point eventually. Come out. Shut up. Anybody have an uncle, cousin, brother? Stand up. Soon, you will be Rummel past. Gentlemen, you are Rummel. Great pride.
Remain